Baklava cheesecake with mini eclairs. This dessert is a delicious mix of the Middle Eastern and the Western desserts, the baklava and the cheesecake. It's infused with lots of pistachios and topped with cream-filled eclairs. This recipe is easy to follow and the dessert is easy to make and very worth it. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and the ingredients will be in the description as usual. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, 390 degrees Fahrenheit, or on the 6th gas level. Let's start with the baklava itself. Grab baklava dough and place a circular cake pan. I used an 18 cm wide pan. Then cut around it with a knife. Repeat this step one more time, leaving you with 2 circles. Brush every layer with either butter or ghee. Then place a metal oven rack on top to prevent the dough from rising, and finally put it in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes or until it's golden brown. Once it's done, place the baklava on a different tray, and while it's still hot, pour cold sugar syrup on top. You will find its recipe in the description. Now for the cream cheese filling. Whisk the whipping cream with a hand mixer until it reaches a firm texture or for about 5 minutes. Add the mascarpone and keep mixing for about 2 minutes. And finally add the finely crushed pistachios and mix again. The cream should be a light green color. Place the cream in the fridge for about half an hour. While the cream is in the fridge, grab the baklava and sprinkle a good amount of the crushed pistachios on top. Now let's start with the mini eclairs. On high heat, heat your water, butter, sugar and salt in a pan. When the butter is melted, bring the mixture to a fast boil. Remove it from the heat and add in all of the flour. Mix it well with a spatula until smooth. Return the saucepan on the stove on low heat and stir constantly to dry out the mixture. Mix it for 10 seconds or until the mixture doesn't stick to the sides of the pan anymore. Transfer it to a separate bowl to prevent it from cooking any further. Using a spatula, gradually mix in the beaten eggs, mixing everything well until adding the next egg. Beat it until the batter is smooth and glossy. To check the consistency, draw a line through the pastry with the spatula and it should close up slowly. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or on the 4th gas level. Grab a piping bag with a 10 mm tip and add the mixture. On a baking paper lined tray, pipe about 2.5 cm wide puffs like you can see me doing. Make sure to leave enough space between each puff since it will expand in size. Bake them in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes or until golden brown. Time for the pastry cream. Firstly, combine the milk and half of the sugar in a saucepan. Scrape in the seeds of the vanilla bean and bring it to a boil over medium heat. Meanwhile, whisk the eggs with the remaining sugar in a mixing bowl until combined and slightly thickened. Sift the flour and cornstarch into the egg mixture and whisk until combined. As soon as the milk comes to a boil, slowly pour it onto the egg and starch mixture while whisking constantly. Return it to the saucepan and bring it to a boil over medium heat. while mixing. Continue to boil, still whisking for 2 to 3 minutes. Remove from the heat and stir in the batter until smooth. Finally, to cool the pastry cream quickly, pour the cream in a big bowl or pan and press a piece of plastic wrap over the surface of the cream. Let's continue with the eclairs. Grab an eclair and with a knife cut a small X, making a hole on the bottom of each one. Here you can see that the eclairs are hollow in the middle. Grab one of our baklava circles and cover it evenly with the cream cheese filling, as you can see me doing. Then flip over the second one and place it on top. Fill a piping bag with the pastry cream and fill the eclairs with it. To a cup of sugar, add a third of a cup of water on medium to high heat. Keep mixing until the sugar dissolves. Let it boil for 10 minutes or until it reaches the golden color you can see. Lastly, take each eclair and very carefully dip it in the sugar mixture, then place it on the top of the baklava cheesecake. Keep in mind that the sugar is very hot, so make sure not to come in contact with it. Bon appétit and see you next video!